Good morning, Algebra 2 students. So here's a review assignment dealing with sequences, statistics, and some right triangle trigonometry. In your review worksheet, on the first problems are giving you a sequence, asking you whether it's arithmetic or geometric. Remember, if it's arithmetic, you will be adding the same common difference, and if it's geometric, you'd be multiplying by the same common ratio. All right, so in this first sequence, you can see that there's a difference of 3 each time here. So they're adding 3. That means it's an arithmetic sequence. That formula, T sub n, would be, using the formula, it'd basically be 4 plus 3 times n minus 1. Now, if you distribute the 3 and you combine like terms, you would also get 3n plus 1. 3 is your common difference, and the 1 would be the term before the first one. And then therefore, finding the 10th term in this case, we would put 10 in for n. We'd have 3 times 10 plus 1, which is 31. The next one's also arithmetic. You can see the common difference here would be negative 4. We're going down by 4 each time. Our formula would be either 8 subtract 4 times n minus 1, which again, distributing or using that shortcut, the difference is negative 4, so negative 4n, and then that 0 term would be 12. I'm going to ask you to find the 20th term. Putting 20 in for n, negative 4 times 20 plus 12, and negative 80 plus 12 would be a negative 68. The next one is obviously not arithmetic, so we'll skip that one. The fourth one here looks like it's arithmetic, has a common difference. It's going up by 4. So that formula would be either negative 7 plus 4 times n minus 1, or it would be 4n, and then that 0 term would be minus 11. In this one, I'm asking you to find the 50th term. We would put 50 in for n. 4 times 50 minus 11. 200 minus 11 would be 189. No other arithmetic ones on here, so this 4, 12, 36, let's go back up here. This one is definitely geometric. The ratio is 3 because we're multiplying by 3 each time. My formula would be 4 times 3 to the n minus 1 power. This case, I was asking you to find the 8th term. So you would take 4 times 3 to the 7th power. And just do that on your calculator. Skipping down here, the 8, 12, 18, 27, definitely not arithmetic. You don't have the same difference. So what I would do is, to find this ratio, divide your terms. 12 divided by 8, or 18 divided by 12, or 27 divided by 18. In every case, you would get 1.5. That means it is geometric. The ratio is 1.5. So my formula would be 8 times 1.5 to the n minus 1 power. And then when I'm asking you to find the 12th term, we're going to take 8 times 1.5 to the 11th power. And again, I'll let you do that on your calculator. Last one here is geometric. This one has a ratio that's negative because those signs are alternating. The ratio would be negative 5. Our formula is going to be 2 times negative 5 to the n minus 1 power. Ask you to find the 14th term. I'm going to take 2 times negative 5 to the 13th power. So that is arithmetic and geometric sequences. For statistics, in this case, we're doing statistics or some data. We've got a total of In this case, looks like 11 numbers. Our range is going to be our maximum minus our minimum, which is going to be 58, take away 5. So our range would be 53, the difference between the maximum and the minimum. Our mean, we're going to add up all these numbers and we're going to divide by 11. Make sure when you're doing this that you're very careful that you don't mix a number. So for the mean of this one, you would add up all 11 numbers and you would divide by 11. And I believe your mean would come out to be 20.27. Your median will be your middle number. If there's 11 numbers, your middle number would be the sixth number, which is 14. There's 5 lower and 5 greater than that. The mode, in this case, the one that occurs most often, we've got 2 11s, so the mode would be 11. Your first quartile, that is going to be the median of all numbers less than this median, which would be this 11 right there. The third quartile would be the median of these 5 numbers, which is 25. And your IQR would be the difference of 25 and 11, which is 14. Your box plot here, I'll draw this up on the top. I would draw a number line. This is going from 5 to 58. I'm going to go by zeros. I'm going to scale this by tens. So I want to make sure we're consistent and scaling it consistently throughout. And then our box will go from our first quartile, which is 11, to our third quartile, which is 25. We should have a whisker going to the minimum of 5 and going to the maximum of 58. And a line at our median, which is at 14, which would be about right there. And that would be our box plot. In the second set, our range would be 100 minus 42, which would be 58. Our mean, again, we would add up all those numbers. We would divide by 10. We should get a mean of 77.6. Our median, in this case, we've got 10 numbers. There is not an exact middle, but it's right between 79 and 80. Right between 79 and 80 would be 79.5. The mode, the one that occurs most often, we've got 85 twice. So 85 would be our mode. Our first quartile is then the median of these 5 numbers, which would be 76. Our third quartile would be the median of the upper 5 numbers, which would be 85. And our IQR is the difference between those, which would be 9. Drawing a box plot for this one, I would scale this box plot. I'm going to go from 40. I'm going to go by tens. Just making sure I include all the numbers on the list. And then my box will go from my first quartile of about 76 to my third quartile of 85. A whisker going out to the maximum of 100 and to the minimum of 42. And my median would be 79.5, so almost 80 there. All right, now I have another video for you to watch, which will talk about SOHCAHTOA and right triangle trigonometry.